NLCS starts on FS1. Bryce Harper and the Phillies look to continue their postseason run, while Manny Machado and the Padres gun for their first trip to the Fall Classic in 24 years. It's Game 1 of the NLCS. Coverage begins 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, right here on FS1 and the Fox Sports app. Now, we're going to turn our attention to the association. Ooh. NBA kicks off tonight. It's time to put our stakes in the ground and make predictions that will serve as conversation fodder for the entire year. Brew, it's the moment America and our international audience has been waiting for. Kick us off.
Well, look, every year when I make my picks, Nick, I like to choose a theme.
Oh.
And this year's theme is redemption. Redemption.
For you?
So
after
Brooklyn,
years of the worst picks in the world?
Well, last year, I got good news for Brooklyn.
Slate.
Last year, I was all on Boston in the East.
What?
I was all on Golden State in the West.
No, you weren't.
Stop.
I gloated day after day during the postseason last year.
Your pick.
I'm not even going after the first round.
No, America, stop. America,
Celtics.
stop. America, stop. Because we have a new audience. I'm not even going to hold your preseason pick against you.
Last year?
I'm not even going to hold your preseason pick against you. But when the playoffs started, you picked Suns, Nets is what you picked.
Well, when it started.
When the playoffs started.
When a brother got a taste of what was going on.
To the final 8.
No.
Yeah, final 8.
Was it final 8?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to move forward.
All right.
Okay, well,
Nick digresses.
I don't digress.
My pick in the East, Nick, you're going to get a good laugh, but I'm going to have the last laugh.
Oh.
Because it's redemption time for KD.
No, you're not doing it.
It's redemption time for
the
Ben
same
Simmons.
rate.
It's redemption time for my man Kyrie Irving.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I've got the Nets getting out of the East by way of Milwaukee beating Giannis and crew in the conference finals. Yeah, because I'm telling you, a few of the teams in the East concern me. If the Nets meet Milwaukee in the playoffs and they're healthy, they will beat the Bucks. They will beat the Bucks. You heard it here first. Now let me go to the West.
Heard it here first.
Oh, everybody's wondering about the Warriors. Oh, can Draymond punch out Jordan Poole? Are they going to be able to overcome it? Remember, redemption. Redemption for Draymond for that near sucker punch. Redemption for Jordan Poole for everybody dogging him. You got the bag. Congrats. This team is stacked. This team is going to be focused. I got Golden State over the Clippers.
Oh, both the teams.
Over the Clippers in the West.
Back.
So I've got Brooklyn and Golden State in a made-for-TV finals. Kevin Durant against the Warriors.
Nice. It'd be great.
But KD will go down.
Wow.
Steph and
gets
man,
the 5
I love
rings.
James Wiseman, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody. The young boys gonna get more time this year.
Woo.
And obviously they got Andrew Wiggins, who Nick now is on board with. Wiggins is a great role player. Poole. Oh, Steph, Clay's coming back. Redemption. Clay, get back to his old self after the injuries.
Nice. Yeah.
I got Golden State over the Nets in the finals.
You have the Nets winning at least 12 more playoff games they won last year. Wow.
That was a close sweep.
Oh, yeah,
you won't find a closer
sweep. Oh, you won't
sweep
find a closer sweep this side of Swiffer.
What,
I got you, buddy.
16,
All right,
18 points?
now for some picks that are, I can't believe Brew is going so much hard overhead. And America knows the last 2 years I've picked the Bucks to win the championship. And I believe last year they would have coasted to a title had Chris Middleton stayed healthy. However, what we saw from them once he got hurt concerned me a bit, that no matter how great Giannis is, if one of their big 3 is banged up, they are vulnerable. I don't know if they have the depth of some of the other teams. So while I have the Milwaukee Bucks making the Eastern Conference Finals, I have them losing.
Oh, wow.
To the Philadelphia 76ers. And the reason for that is threefold. One is, I think Joel Embiid is going to be a man on a mission this year. The second is, I think you're going to see an improved Tyrese Maxey and an improved James Harden. Not improved on vintage James Harden, but improved on where he was last year with the Sixers.
Wow.
But most importantly, I do not think this is going to be the Sixers team that ends the season. I think when teams are trying to tank and get rid of players, that Tobias Harris contract, plus maybe Tybal, plus whatever the other young players they have, they could use that to get an extra piece. I think they have one of the sharpest GMs in basketball. So I think Philly with Embiid, Harden, Maxey, and another piece will make the NBA Finals.
Wow.
Out west.
I'm stunned. I'm stunned.
Out west. Now listen, I know what you're thinking, America. Brew didn't have the Denver Nuggets. And the Nuggets had the league MVP as a 6th seed. He was allowed to win league MVP because he didn't have his 2 best players. When they're a championship level team when his 2 best players are there. So, and those guys are now back. So of course you'll have the Nuggets. But no, I don't, because nobody actually believes in the Nuggets, even though they're now fully whole, because they know the Jokic thing was total joke. I do, however, believe in the Clippers to make the conference finals. They have a great coach.
Wow.
They have a nice and rested Kawhi Leonard and Paul George coming off a really fantastic season. That's enough to make the conference finals. It, however, is not going to be enough to overcome what will be, mark this down, the best offense in NBA history.
Wow!
On a points per 100 possessions status, the most efficient offense in NBA history, this year's Dallas Mavericks.
Wow.
Here we go.
Christian Wood
Is this
as a stretch 5. I know they lost Jalen Brunson, but they get Tim Hardaway back. A full year of Spencer Dinwiddie. Davis Bertans shooting everywhere. And did you see the sneaky move they got? A little reunion for my guy Luka and the Real Madrid days, the last time he won a championship. Campazzo coming off the bench. Oh my goodness.
Give me that.
Campazzo coming off the bench. So that will give us Luka against Embiid in the NBA Finals. And in a summer where my large adult Slovenian son went back to Slovenia and laid off the cigarettes and laid into the other European teams. I think he's going to get the old triumvirate. League MVP, which we'll discuss later. Finals MVP. And the championship, of course. Mavs win the title. Mavs win the title.
You are
Clean.
out there.
Oh, I'm out there. They just made the conference finals. You've got
are
a team making the
out
finals
there.
that won as many playoff games last year as Orlando. Meanwhile, I have a team that, made the conference finals last year. So there's Mavs over Sixers. With respect to Giannis. Giannis still the best player in the league, at least for another 8 months until Luka does all this.
If Luka does this, you got him ahead of Giannis.
Well, yeah, he's got to
Well,
be.
he won't do that.
No.
So.
Okay.
Why
Oh,
would
he won't do that. You had him losing to the Suns. You had him losing to the Suns, my friend. Go ahead.
Excellent
Warriors.
picks, gentlemen. I will, for my NBA predictions, it'll be a Giannis. I'll take Giannis. This is silly. You guys don't take Giannis at
To
all.
win it
Okay,
all. You
before
got-
you do yours, can I
course.
give one small caveat?
Yes, go.
And this is kind of unfair, but I'm doing it. If the Lakers trade Russ, they make the conference finals instead of the Clippers.
Oh, come on.
Put it on there. Put it on the screen.
Russ
If
for
the
who?
Lakers,
Russ for who? Anybody?
Anybody.
Just get rid of him?
I'm just telling you, if the Lakers trade Russ, they make the conference finals over the Clippers. I'm adding that addendum.
What if,
I get an
let
addendum
me ask
pick.
you this quickly.
Yeah.
If Russ, we don't wish this on him, if he gets hurt, still on the roster but not playing, still?
No, they need some more shooting that they're going to get in the Russ
So they
trade.
gotta-
If they make the Russ trade, they're in the conference finals.
Buddy Hield's putting them over the top. All right?
Maybe.
Or close to
all
the
right,
top.
so I'm taking Giannis, but I'm also debuting a brand new segment that we're going to have throughout the entire year. It's called Wembanyama Watch. Get ready, everybody.
Oh, wow.
You see, the
I like
league
the
is
graphic.
waging a battle on 2 fronts. Who will be the champion and who will be the absolute worst? Thus, Wembanyama Watch. At number 4, the Utah Jazz. Quick tip for the Jazz Pro Shop. Put the Clarkson and Conley jerseys on sale now so you don't have to move 8,000 jerseys during All-Star weekend. Don't do it. They're not going to be on your team for much longer. Jazz have the worst record, but Danny Ainge's lottery thirst ends up unquenched.
Wow.
A little too desperate. And then number 3.
There you go.
What the heck is coming in at number 3? Oh, it's the Frisky Thunder. Now, granted, they only won 24 games last year, but are the Thunder too good for their own good? Even if SGA's traded. Ooh, Josh Giddey.
Would they trade
12, 8, and 6. Could he sniff a triple-double? Ooh, like little Russ in Oklahoma City. Lou
like
Dort,
Giddey.
average 20. Maybe. Thunder get Chet back next year, but not Victor. These next 2 teams, though, very interesting. At number 2, goodbye, DeJounte. Hello, tanking. When Tim Duncan was at Wake Forest, the Spurs had an injured but kind of healthy David Robinson. Went 20-62. Who was the rookie head coach? Greg Popovich.
Who's going to be number 1?
Who had thoughts on this year's team? Take a listen.
I probably shouldn't say this, but I'll say it anyway. What the hell? Nobody here should go to Vegas with the thought of betting on us to win the championship.
And finally,
Wow.
at number one,
I thought it was going to be the Spurs.
I know you did. This team will break their cold spell with a throwback to a frozen envelope. Welcome to New York City. Oh no, they wouldn't do it. You don't think so? You don't think the front office of the New York Knicks is brand new, a little savvier than in years past?
They just paid Jalen.
Ooh. The Knicks won 37 games last year. The Magic won 22 and got the first pick. We're talking 15 games as the difference between mediocrity and being one of the most exciting franchises on the entire world. Statistically, Nick, almost half the time, 18 out of the last 39 years, a team outside the bottom three moved up and got the number one pick. And finally, on the board, maybe Victor Wembanyama says, I'm not going to Sacramento.
Well,
Pulls a little Eli Manning. I'm not going to Oklahoma City. You know where I want to go? I want to go to New York City. So don't draft me, because I am not signing.
Wow.
I should have known when I saw that tie.
Ooh,
We should have known when he went from Donovan Mitchell's going to come to save the Knicks to they're going to get Victor Wembanyama.
Think about it.
Look, it would be awesome if the best prospect in years would go to the Knicks, but
It's 15 games,
I don't know. I just think they're going to be too good.
Are they going to try to get the 10 seed? They're going to be in the play-in?
What, they going to start benching players?
Well, I mean, they do have an inside track on tanking. Thibodeau is still their coach. So that is the, I mean, they do have an inside.
Let Obi Toppin have a little
Tom
jump
Gibson.
Anybody that's not
40-minute games on deck.
Not only is it on the board, it's at number one. Coming back after the break, those are your predictions.
That's shocking.
Are the Chiefs on the verge of a major move? It's the crossover event that we've been waiting for. It's taken media by storm. And first things first.